What is up, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day. And there's been some misconception with accuracy in the game. Even myself, I made a video a while back talking about how accuracy was broken, it was a bug, it wasn't working as intended, you could never miss a single attack after a certain point in the game, and it seemed like the devs messed it up and didn't care. And I was kind of, upset, and a lot of people were, and there's been some new information in the last month or so and more threads, and people have tested things, and we found out quite a few new things, and I did some testing the other day to kind of make sure what people were saying was correct. If you go over to Reddit or you go over to some GameFAQ forums and other things, you can find more info on accuracy and how it actually is working as intended by the developers. And we just, for whatever reason, due to the way it's calculated, it's perceived that everybody has like 100% accuracy majority of the time. And basically, what it does is, how do I explain this? So we got avoidance. You got avoidance, agility, and dex, and those all affect your chance to hit. And avoidance obviously is the stat that helps you not get hit, and agility and dex are the stats that help you hit. So avoidance contributes a 0.5% chance to evade. Every point of avoid gives you a 0.5 chance to evade. But every point of then agility gives you 1% chance to hit, and dex gives you 0.8% chance to hit. So essentially, as long as your agility and dex are higher than avoid, it's 1.8%, almost a 2% compared to a 0.5. But I'll just say 1.8. So we have every point of dex and agility is a 1.8% chance to hit, and 1 point of avoid is a 0.5% chance to evade. So as you can see, two stats that almost give 4 times the value of the avoid stat is why we have such a high hit chance in the game. And that only gets compounded as you level up more, which is why you notice it less and only noticed it early on. Which kind of makes the tiles in the game that, how the tiles say, this is gonna hit, this is the accuracy of a ranged or melee attack on this tile, those are even less relevant because of that. And I think that is the problem that I didn't notice, and a lot of people that were also under the impression that accuracy was just bugged and not working, is the fact that the two stats are 4 times the value almost of the chance to evade. So unless for some reason your agility and dex are super low and you put nothing but avoid on a character, that's why you don't miss much. It's such a slim chance, such a low dice roll, but it was always still possible to miss with debuffs or if you stacked avoid charms on a character. Obviously, I knew debuffs would miss, and that was just because of you already saw the chance of it missing right there, 70%, 60%. You knew when you were casting the debuff the likelihood of success. So I wasn't too worried about debuffs missing. It was, like I said, more so just melee ranged attacks always hitting if they could, other than a parry here or there or a block, if the unit had a shield. And the biggest drawback from the design choice that I've noticed, and it's still an issue that a lot of people say, is back attack is just suboptimal. It's not really a good option. It's kind of bad to use. When you look at the tooltip, you think it sounds really good, but in reality, it's really not. So that's kind of the major flaw that still comes from the accuracy, the way accuracy is calculated, and avoid chance is side attacks and back attacks are both kind of meh. I mean, if you can do them, sure, but the skill back attack is definitely just not worth your time. So I really just wanted to clarify that, there's new information that's out there, and I'm glad that what I perceived was essentially wrong. It's just the way it's calculated makes it look that way. And that's kind of how numbers work. If you have 2 numbers that outweigh another number by so much, and those keep going up as long as the other one, the difference kind of stays the same unless you purposely, inflate it one way or the other. And the way the enemy AIs are, in the game, they're not really stacked to they're not stacking avoidance for you to miss them. You know what I'm saying? So, if anything, it buffs melee and bow attacks. So that's a good thing because melee is already kind of a weaker option the later you get into the game, so the fact that you can't really mess with melee very much at all actually makes melee more viable than it would have been in the PSP version, say you So hopefully you guys found this video helpful, useful. I mean, maybe some of you already knew this because this info did come out a while ago. I just found it a couple days ago, and I was like, hey, you know what? I was kind of wrong about this. So it's kind of nice to know that it works the way it's intended, and it's just the way it's designed and the way the math is calculated. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about chance to hit and avoid. How do you feel? Do you think accuracy is a problem? Has it ever been a problem to you? Did you even notice it? I mean, I didn't, like I said, I didn't start noticing it until like chapter 3 or 4, and I was like, I never miss. I never miss. Why? So, anyway, thank you all so much for the love and support. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Until then, you guys have a good one, and I will see you later. Peace out, guys.